Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. I am your Islamic education, Islamic studies teacher, Ms. Nausheen, with you with the third chapter of unit Family Issues. This is the third chapter in which we are going to study the reuniting Raja and the prescribed waiting period Idda. Let's go through the objectives first. By the end of the lesson, you will be able to define Raja and Adda. You will be able to comprehend the general meanings mentioned in the Noble Hadith, which we are going to study in this lesson. You will be able to realize the significance or importance of legislation of Raja and Idda Islamic Sharia. You will be able to recognize the greatness of Islam through its legislation. You will be also able to memorize or to quote the Hadith. Raja and Adda, and we will see the Raja and Adda relation to marriage. What is the relationship between Raja and Adda and the marriage agreement Nikah? Marital relation does not end just because divorce happens, but there are certain procedures and rules and conditions and that has to be followed in accordance with the divorce type. The following hadith mentions some of these procedures. When Ibn Umar divorced his wife, the son of Umar divorced his wife while she is menstruating, Umar came to the Prophet and asked him about that. The Prophet said to him, order him to take her back till she finishes her current menstruation and then another menstruation. After that, if he wanted to divorce her, he could do so before having sexual relation with her. This is the period Allah has fixed for divorcing women. So what happens is that Ibn Umar, the son of Umar, divorced his wife during her menses, and Umar Ibn al-Khattab made a mention of it to Allah's Messenger, peace be upon him, whereupon he considered it one divorce. When Ibn Umar was asked about the person who divorces his wife in the state of menses, he used to say, if you pronounce one divorce or two, Allah's Messenger had commanded to take her back and then allow her until she enters the period of second menses, and then allow her respite until she is purified, and then divorce her finally before touching her, having sexual intercourse with her. And if you pronounce three divorces at one same time, this is not correct. You have in fact disobeyed your Lord with regard to what he commanded you about divorcing your wife. This is a sin, and she is, however, finally separated from you. Meaning of idda. Idda that is mentioned in this hadith means that husband should keep his wife until purifying from the first menstruation period when he divorced her, then another period and purifying from it. Then he can divorce without sexual intercourse or keep her if he desires. Idda and its rules. It is a waiting period which is called idda, prescribed by Sharia, that women must wait until she is divorced, or in other cases, in revocable divorce, she can reunite with the husband. Idda is an act of worship. During the idda period, she can reconcile or reunite, and after the idda period, the divorce is final. Idda is an act of worship obliged on women by Holy Quran, Sunnah, and consensus of scholars. The waiting period in the verse number At-Talaq, verse number 4. Allah mentioned the waiting period of those of your women who have lost all expectation of menstruation. The older they become, the menstruation stops, shall be 3 months in case you entertain you any doubt. And the same shall apply to those who have not yet menstruated. As for pregnant women, their waiting period shall be until the delivery of their child or burden. Allah will create ease for him who fears Allah. Allah clearly states that the waiting period for a pregnant woman is up until the delivery of her child. Idda has reasons such as number one, why Idda is kept and this period is mentioned by Allah to observe, to give a chance for a husband to reunite with his wife if the divorce is revocable. Second, to make sure that there is no pregnancy or the wife is not carrying the child of the husband to avoid confusion of lineages. If she were to be allowed to marry immediately after divorce, maybe she has, she might be carrying a child which is known later on. So it will be, and then she would have married, and then the problem will be created about the lineages, that whose child is this, the first husband or the second husband. Then the third, to show significance of a marriage contract and respecting it as a binding force. That marriage contract is not a child's play. It has some rules and regulations to be, you know, to marriage is not easy to dissolve. Staying at marital house, it is only in case of revocable divorce, Raji, that a woman can stay, wife can stay at the house of his marital house where she's been living during her married life. Such divorced women must stay in marital house as long as idda is not finished yet, which is proved by the narration that when Ibn Makhtoum divorced Fatima bint al-Qais, the Prophet, peace be upon him, commanded her to stay the Idda period, to stay during her Idda period at Ibn al-Makhtoum house. Same condition of Idda, some conditions. Affiance, engagement of a divorced woman during her prescribed waiting period is forbidden. You cannot engage to be married to someone else, during your idda period, because a woman, because she is still attached by marriage contract to her divorced husband, especially in the case of revocable divorce. If the revocable divorce is there, you are not yet divorced by your husband, so you cannot remarry or do an engagement. And the period is the provision must preserve, as Allah Almighty said, and do not consummate the marriage until the term prescribed is fulfilled. Hadith: one should be thoughtful before divorcing. Hadith lessons: what will derive from Hadith? Divorcing should be in the period of purifying about sexual intercourse, where husband has more affection towards his wife. Divorce happens should happen when the woman is clean, and in the period of without sexual intercourse, where husband has more affection towards his wife. Some condition of idda. Islamic legislation determines excellent rules that keeps the right of all family members intact and safeguard their emotional and physical well-being. Raja and its rules. Now we will consider the Raja and what are the rules. Raja means taking wife back to the marital relationship, reuniting with your husband or wife after revocable divorce. Revocable divorce can be followed by Raja. Raja means reuniting. It is lawful by the saying of Allah Almighty. Should their husband desire reconciliation, Raja means reconciliation, reuniting. During this time, they are entitled to take them back into wedlock. Surah Baqarah, Al-Baqarah, verse number 228. What are the reasons that Allah put Raja, reuniting? Give chance for in a revocable divorce. If the divorce is irrevocable, Raja cannot happen. Give chance of spouses to deliberate that they may feel affected towards each other and relent. And during the time period, then husband will realize that I need to live with my wife and I love my wife. He can take back his wife. Reuniting during the period. During the family and making its member feel happy, peaceful and loved. Once the Idda period finish, you cannot reunite and the divorce will finalize. Protecting children against homelessness, because divorce will make a severe consequences on the children's life. There are some conditions for Raja to be valid. Raja is valid in these conditions. It should be during Idda. It is unpermitted after it. It should be from revocable divorce and it is unpermitted in case of irrevocable divorce. Raja, informing Raja wife about Raja. husband intention should be good, and if it is not, he is considered as a sinner. These are some of the vital conditions, necessary conditions for raja, for reuniting. Divorce according to Sunnah. Divorce according to Sunnah is what Sharia permits, where husband should divorce his wife for one time pronouncement during her purifying period without any sexual intercourse. Allah Almighty says the divorce is twice. At-talaqu marratan. At-talaqu marratan means divorce is twice. The divorce is twice. After that, either the third time, either if you say those words, then either you retain her on reasonable terms or release her with kindness. This holy verse elucidates that divorce is lawful for a time, for a first time, followed by raja. Sorry if my tongue is slipping because I have been making these videos for you and there is no energy left in me to talk. That's why. The holy verses elucidate that divorce is lawful for a first time, followed by raja, and the second time, followed by raja. Then the husband may keep his wife in an acceptable manner or leave her with good treatment. So two times raja is there, then third time it's finalized during the idda time, idda period. Devious divorce is the divorce which is not allowed and which is, the devil will, what to say, it is enticed by harm with the intention of harming wife. Devious divorce which is not acceptable, it is when husband divorces his wife irrevocably three times in one go. He says that, in the same session three times, saying, go as divorced, go as divorced, go as divorced. Also, when the husband divorces her during the purifying period and in which they had sex with each other, also during the period of menstruation or post partum, at which man does not desire his wife sexually, according such type of divorce harm women because the remaining time of the period mentioned above is counted within idda, which makes it longer. And we discussed three types of divorce. And in revocable divorce, if the husband dies, she will inherit because she is during in the time she is considered his wife. And after idda finishes and the divorce is finalized, then she is not going to inherit. Up until the case that I mentioned, that some people by only for this intention on their that husband is on his deathbed, and now he is because of the fear of that the wife will inherit, it's going to inherit from the property, he divorces the wife. In that case, she will inherit afterwards also. Okay, this is the end of the lesson, and I tried to explain each and everything to you in detail, and I don't think I left any point. But inshallah, I'll give you the homework and I'll see how much you understood the subject, and you can watch it again and again. This is the benefit of a video to understand better. And thanks for watching and being with me. Inshallah, for this unit will finish at the fourth chapter, the final chapter. I'm going to teach you after this. Bye for now.